Hello friends and welcome to Cricket Caviar. Please subscribe this channel if you watch it regularly, and thank you for all the subscribers for supporting us. So we are going to preview the Ranchi test that is going to start, and this is the fourth test of the series, which has been iconic series. People are calling it the best series after India Australia in 2017, which was another close fought series won by India 2-1. Now we are going to talk about Ranchi test. A lot of controversy started. First of all, KL Rahul, after sending out that practice video on a Sunday when he was practicing, he pulled out of first the third test, which was held in Rajkot, and then he has now been ruled out of the Ranchi test, which is very surprising because the first test match ended on 28 January, and this fourth test match is starting on 23rd February. It was initially called that KL Rahul had a niggle, but it seems something very serious because it's been 25 days and he has not healed at all. In that space, Bumrah has already bowled flat out for two test matches, and uh, I don't know if India should be concerned because already they are missing Virat Kohli, who is missing the entire series, and that leaves our middle order very inexperienced, and Shreyas Iyer also has been ruled out or dropped, whatever you can say. I mean, he's been dropped. So we are definitely going with a very inexperienced middle order. But Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma have been firing all guns, and Bumrah has saved us in one test match. In the next test match, it was Siraj, Kuldeep, and Jadeja. All three of them coming good. So now the only question is India has been lucky winning both the tosses in Rajkot and before that in Vizag. They won the toss. They could bat in the first innings and they could bat with lot of intent. They scored 330 runs in both the test matches in the first innings. But the pitch at Ranchi is seems to be a little bit crumbly. It has developed a lot of cracks even before the test match has started, and that could mean that it will help spinners a lot. And that means that also it could also mean that since Bumrah is not playing, the Indian team management also wanted the pitch to turn a little bit more, to give the advantage to the spinners. And India may well go with one pacer in Mohammad Siraj, and they could pick Akshar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja, Ashwin, and Kuldeep Yadav, four spin options. The other question mark is on Rajat Patidar's place, and he has not been able to justify his place. But I think the luck is on his side. He's getting another test match in Ranchi, which has a reputation of a flat pitch. I'll tell you the previous history of Ranchi a little bit. There have been two test matches here before, once against Australia in that iconic series in 2017, which was a draw where Glenn Maxwell actually scored 100, his only test 100 till now. Then we had a test match versus South Africa in Ranchi in 2019 where Shehbaz Nadeem was given a debut. He was called up from Ranji Trophy to play the match because Ranchi was his hometown, and he didn't fare that well because the fast bowlers Umesh Yadav and Mohammad Shami did the majority of the work, and they picked up 10 out of the 20 wickets, so he was not really needed. But yeah, there is another hometown factor here. I am going to talk about Mukesh Kumar and Akashdeep. Now, Mukesh and Akashdeep both belong to the state of Bihar, and Ranchi is not very far. So Ranchi is not far at all from both the places. Like if you see, Mukesh Kumar is born in Gopalganj, which is in northwest Bihar, and Akashdeep is born in southwest Bihar, and Ranchi is considered to be South Bihar. So they may be giving a debut here to Akashdeep because Mukesh Kumar was not at all effective in Vizag, and it made us question why at all why at all we go with two pacers if there is no Mohammad Siraj. So they could be looking at Akashdeep. He's also a big hitter with the bat. He can hit those long sixes. And the story of Akashdeep is something that is extraordinary. Actually, he was uh, born to not a well-off family, and his parents were totally against cricket. They didn't want him to do anything related to cricket. The villagers were totally opposed to this kid. He was kind of quarantined. They didn't want their kids to be mixing with Akashdeep, and Akashdeep struggled a lot. He traveled to Durgapur, stayed at his uncle's house, trained there. But unfortunately, in 2015, his father and brother, elder brother, both passed within 5 months of each other, and he remained the sole breadwinner of his family, and that's an incredible story of struggle. That how he used to play tennis ball cricket at Durgapur in West Bengal, and then he got picked for the Bengal Ranchi team, and he has been now put up some fantastic performances for India A versus England Lions, and he's been picked for this test series. And I have kind of a feeling that he may be picked, because we don't have the same philosophy with bowlers that we have with batsmen. It's quite interesting that uh, Rajat Patidar could well be given his third chance. But with bowlers, we try to rotate them and also manage their workload. So, maybe they are saving Mukesh Kumar also for T20 World Cup, because despite of all Mukesh Kumar's failing as a test bowler in India, he's been an excellent T20 bowler in Australia series, home series versus Australia, and away series versus South Africa. So they may actually try Akashdeep and give him a debut, or they could well stick with Mukesh Kumar, or they could pick up Akshar Patel if the pitch seems to spin a lot, which it might be, because that's what Ollie Pope was saying, that the pitch on a longitudinal axis looks two different kind of pitches, and it could be that Akshar Patel is picked. And in fact, I would personally like Rajat Patidar to be replaced by Washington Sundar, and Akashdeep to play for Bumrah. That would be my personal choice, but very difficult for that to happen, because I think batsmen gets those chances. It's a batsman's game, and they are very lucky. And Rajat Patidar is lucky that KL Rahul has remained injured. But I'm not able to understand what happened to KL Rahul, because he just came out of an injury just before the World Cup in the Asia Cup. And before that itself, he was out for a long time. I mean, I'm not a physical physiotherapist or a doctor, but it seems there are too many injuries before the World Cup, and he just becomes ready right in time for IPL and World Cups. So yeah, so he has missed a lot of crucial series, and of course, in absence of Virat, he was needed. And one might think what can happen if tomorrow India lose the toss, and it can happen that our inexperienced batting lineup may fail also, because the opposition is good and they're playing a very attractive kind of cricket, baseball. So England have also made some decisions. Surprisingly, Jimmy Anderson is playing back-to-back three tests, so that is good. And Mark Wood has been rested, and Ollie Robinson has come. Ollie Robinson, not a long way back, was one of the top five bowlers in the world. He had a very good first cycle of WTC. So he's picked a lot of wickets, and he bowled well in those flat pitches of Pakistan. So let's see what he can churn up. And also, it will be another chance for Shoaib Bashir, who has replaced Rehan Ahmed. And I thought England missed Shoaib Bashir's control a little bit in Rajkot, because he bowled really well in Vizag. I thought it was just brilliant. For a debutant, he bowled long spell in Vizag, 38 overs, 144 runs. So I don't know why he was dropped, and then he's been brought back again, and Rehan Ahmed has been rested now. So Rehan Ahmed used to bowl a lot of loose deliveries, especially to Shubman Gill in Vizag. I think he bowled a lot of those long hops and full tosses, which allowed Shubman Gill to get away from that initial pressure created by Jimmy Anderson. So now, they will have a lot of control with two finger spinners bowling from both ends. So that's another thing to, that another challenge that the inexperienced middle order of India will face. Of course, a lot will depend on, again, Rohit and Yashasvi Jaiswal, who are both in good form now after scoring hundreds and double hundreds. And if Rohit and Jaiswal fail, the middle order of Sarfaraz, Patidar, and Ravindra Jadeja have to play really well and hope to get some contributions from Jurel and Ashwin down the order. And if Aksar plays, he also can contribute. I think a big knock is due from Aksar Patel, especially how he played uh, in the BGT. So the series dynamics have been very interesting. England have tried to play baseball. Crawley has tried to play his own version. Duckett has tried to play his own version. Root has tried to be the number one baseballer. England are backing Root and Johnny Bairstow. Johnny Bairstow has been totally a failure till now. So it will be interesting to see what Johnny Bairstow does and how he strategizes to cope the spin attack of Kuldeep Yadav, who looks like terrorizing him because Kuldeep is spinning it big and Johnny Bairstow is on the back foot, which is the wrong way to play spin in India. And the other approach of Johnny Bairstow is just to sweep, which is again not going to be useful every time. But this is one pitch I think where sweep can be employed because it's a low, slow turner and the lesser the bounce, the more you can sweep actually. So I think this will be good for England. And if they win the toss, I think law of averages says that England should win the toss. And if they win the toss, they can actually post up a very mammoth total. And if they post a mammoth total, I think India will be under pressure. But I am backing this middle order without KL Rahul to come good again. And I think it will be a third, fourth inning shootout when the pitch is turning a lot. So I think it will be either be a draw or a third, fourth inning shootout. And if India bats second, they will be in danger and it will be a big challenge. But and especially against the control of Shoaib Bashir and Tom Hartley, it will be a challenge. But I am expecting India to come good and win this test match because they have just shown they can fight adversity. They can fight adversity when there is no one experienced with them in the middle order. Can you imagine test match was won by this middle order of Gill, Patidar, Sarfaraz, Jadeja, Jurel? This middle order has done the job once at least, along with Yashasvi's 200 and Rohit's 100. Sarfaraz got 15 both innings, and what a story it has been for Sarfaraz, who used to average 100 plus, 80 plus, 100 plus in three consecutive Ranji season, then coming with a lot of question marks on his attitude, on his fitness. He came and scored those two consecutive 50s. The way he batted aggressively and trying to take on the spinners, that was just amazing to see. It was like a fresh breath of air for Indian cricket because somehow our batsmen have been fearing spin in recent times, especially what Nathan Lyon did to them in Indore. Before that, Steve O'Keefe. And there have been some instances, Jack Leach once in 2021, except for Rishabh Pant, there has been a fear in Indian lineup and Rohit Sharma. Apart from these two batsmen, there has been a fear in India's lineup against spin. So what Yashasvi and Sarfaraz are doing right in my background, it makes this test series really special. And Yashasvi could actually go on to make more records. I mean, he has already made some brilliant records. He scored 12 sixes in an innings and equaled Wasim Akram's record. He's already become the second Indian to score back-to-back double hundreds after Vinod Kambli. And uh, yeah, some amazing things he's doing. And he's converted all his top 300s into 150 plus. So I'm looking forward to another daddy 100 from Yashasvi Jaiswal. And if that comes good, anything can happen in this match. And I'm backing this team totally, the young Indian team. And I hope Akashdeep, with all his struggles, he also gets his debut. And I hope Washington Sundar gets a chance because he's still averaging 66 in test cricket. So he also, yeah, deserves a chance, probably before Patidar. But yeah, it will be a tough call for Team India because they will also try to show some confidence to Rajat Patidar and since KL Rahul is absent. But I wonder what's wrong with Washington Sundar and you can't take that chance with him instead. So yeah, that's the thing about the test match starting from tomorrow. Let me know what you think. What are your predictions? And please keep commenting and subscribing and following my channel Cricket Caviar. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Bye. Take care.